I need to catch up on some random farm chores, and the baby is taking a nap right now. So we are gonna see if we can go over and clean up some of this mess. I've talked to some other people around here, and it seems to be an issue where there's just like garbage left in the yards. Sometimes it's under giant piles of brambles or buried. I don't know what it is. So my dad came over, he brought his chainsaw and chopped up this giant log. It was in like a pile of brambles that I had been mowing around the last couple years because I didn't know what was in there and I didn't want to just run the mower through it. So there's like a sink in there and some other random stuff. So we're gonna see if we can take care of that mess. Once I get all of the logs out of the way in the trash, I should be able to mow through the briars in there, and then I won't have to keep going around that spot when I mow the yard. I wanted to move this fence that I had around my compost pile into my chicken run so my chickens can stir my compost for me instead of me having to turn it. But this is completely disintegrated. Does that look like termite damage to you? Just like completely coming apart. It's old pallets that were used to make this, so it's possible it's just disintegrating, but I don't know. Kind of looks like termites to me. There's still some pallets and stuff in there, so I won't be able to just put the mower over it, but it's a start. There's cans and stuff. Most of those logs had ants all through them, and I'm not about to get bit right now, so I just kicked them out to see if there was ants in them, and if there was, I'm leaving them there for right now, and I'll come back later and see if the ants have vacated, and then I can move them. Where I live, there's no trash pickup, so I pay a guy to come take my trash for me, but anything that doesn't fit into a trash bag, I have to take to the landfill. So what I'll have to do is pile up all this stuff and then see if I can rent or borrow a truck and take it down to the landfill. The trash in the yard seems to be a big problem around here. One of my friends has very little kids and she can't let them play in the yard because she's constantly pulling broken glass out of the yard, and no matter how much she picks it up, there's always more coming up out of the ground. I've never experienced that in any other location that I've lived before. But I have heard stories of business owners digging holes and burying garbage instead of properly disposing of it. This was another pile that was just a bunch of garbage and old firewood. There was a cooler and some big metal thing in here. Then my dad helped me get most of that out, and we ended up burning some of it because it was a lot of like old firewood in there that was just kind of filled with ants, so there really wasn't much sense trying to clean it all out anyways. So I still have some stuff in here. You can see there's another pallet back there. There's some more metal in there. There's still some more stuff in this one that I've got to clean out. And then all along the fence line over there is piles of garbage that is just heaped over with soil that I have been slowly working on trying to get in there and clean all of that up. But it is a long, slow process trying to get that all cleaned up. I don't understand why we do this to our earth. Because then once we put all this garbage out and then all the briars grow up over it, it just makes it so much harder to clean it up in the end. I do think part of it is because of the cost of having to take stuff to the landfill and inability to do so. But I guess if you think about it, the landfill is just a designated spot for all this stuff to get buried in the ground anyways. I don't know. I also want to get some weed whacking done before the baby wakes up because she is terrified of the weed whacker, and it has been really long since I have weed whacked. I cannot even express to you how good it feels to be outside in the sunshine. Wintertime gets me so down. I don't like being inside. I recently saw this thing about feral housewives, and I connected so much to it because I love being outdoors and doing all the chores in the yard and stuff. My strong suit is not keeping a clean kitchen. It's just not. Ode to the Feral Woman. My soul is not set fire by being the best homemaker, but by growing flowers and plants, shoveling dirt, snow, or manure, breathing the cold, fresh air, letting the sun beat on my face, and tending animals. It is not that I cannot cook and clean, it's that I desire to be elsewhere. I've struggled with the fact that I am, well, me. I am a feral woman. As much as I wish I could be the sweet and clean homemaker, I am not. I finally made peace with this when I saw a quote circulating around that said, "The term domesticated housewife implies there must be a feral one." It's me, and other women I know. I am, and we are, feral women. We may not have perfect houses, but we still make them a home. We may not clean the dishes right after every meal, but we can sure cook a good meal. The laundry is lagging, but at the end of the day, everyone has something clean to wear. We may not be domesticated, but it does not make us less. If anything, our strength is found as we carry feed sacks across our shoulders, as we till up dirt to plant gardens, as we end a life to provide food for our families, all while we still carry the softness of a woman. Here is to the feral women. May we be them, may we know them, may we raise them. Author unknown, but clearly a marvelous woman. Well, that feels a whole lot better. It feels so good to be getting work done. Well, friends, it's been fun hanging out. Thanks for being here today. It's starting to get a little bit late, so I'm going to get all my stuff picked up and put the mower away, and I'll be back at it tomorrow to try to finish doing the yard work. It might take me a couple of days. I do it kind of in phases. Thank you. So we're going to get our stuff in the greenhouse finished getting it watered, and we will see you next time. Bye.